Welcome to day 15 of 21 days prayer fasting, our last week of this season. And shared this yesterday, but I want to expand on it a little bit more. We all know someone or some company that has great ideas, right? They have a great just thought, and it's like, wow, this is really revolutionary. This is awesome. This would be great for society. Well, if that great idea isn't acted upon, what really is that idea? I mean, it's just an idea. It's good intention. It really doesn't come to fruition. So what has to happen? There has to be a plan, and a good company will come up with a plan. And someone who's smart will come up with a plan how to see this to see this great idea come to fruition, and that's great, and you can have some success, but ultimately, if you do not have good culture within this business, this company, this idea, it will flounder, it will fail, it will not reach the heights that you want it to reach. Now, this is true in business, this is true in life, and this is true in relationships. um, what is your culture of your family? What is the culture that you, if you're single, that you desire for your family to be? And I would argue, as we look at the society, we look at the world, we live in the most anxious, most depressed, most unhappy time in all society. Maybe we shouldn't be doing things the way that society tells us to do it. Maybe we should look at what's going on in our world, what's the division that's taking place right now, the animosity that's taking place right now. Just seeing how people are just so wound up, and say to ourselves, maybe we shouldn't do it that way. Maybe we should do what some people call archaic, and build our culture on something that people and society have dismissed. And yes, this is a church. Yes, I'm a pastor. Yes, I'm a follower of Jesus. So I'm going to be biased to it. But I believe it works. Like I see society, I see what world is offering. And I would argue strongly till my grave that building your culture, building your life on the principles of Jesus and following Jesus and the love of Jesus is the way to go. And we can say, but this self-help book says this, and Dr. So and so says this, and they may be well intentioned and may have good ideas. I'm not saying that they don't. What I'm saying is the foundation of how we build our lives should be on the principles we find in the Word of God rather than the world. The tension, world versus the Word of God. And so today, I just want to, again, as we go through this last week, what is the culture of our life? What is the culture that we have set for our relationships? What is the culture for the expectation for our relationships we have set? And how are we defining that culture? Are we letting society define our culture? Or are we letting the promises, the goodness, the joy, the love of God define our culture of our lives? And that will go a long way, right? You can have a great vision. You can have great plans, but if your culture is being deteriorated by outside noise and society, good luck getting to where you want to go. And so ask ourselves that. What are we building our lives on? What is the culture of our house? What does the culture of our house want to be? It's not too late to change. God is a good God, a powerful God, a merciful God, a gracious God, and a loving God. And so he can, if we say, hey, God, we want to change, we need to change, boom, he will walk us through how to do it, and we can do it. Praying for you today. Let's get intentional about building our culture the right way. Have a great day. God bless.